ask you about your pass rush. You know, the sack numbers are down, but yet you guys rank, I think, second in the league in passing defense. How do you view how things are happening up front as far as getting pressure on the quarterback?
Well, I think you answered your own question there when you said we were ranked second in pass defense. The pass rush is a part of pass defense. So, although we don't have the sack numbers, which a lot of people want to sink their teeth into, fantasy players want to sink their teeth into sacks, that's not the only measure of good pass rush. Right now, at this point, I haven't seen pass rush as being a weakness for us.
Is that even the case, you think, Sunday against the Giants?
Yes. Now, we didn't have a good rush on one of the passes they completed for good yardage, but, you know, that's going to happen some. But I don't see our pass rush as being an issue right now.
Is that an issue? Like,
our offense is playing your pass rush differently, causing you to adjust more this season?
You know, at times they'll be chipping us, keeping extra guys in, or throwing it quicker. You know, I think it's on their mind. And again, I think that plays into the pass defense, which is what we're all concerned about here, being pretty good, because when they do that, they limit themselves also a little bit.
As fantasy folks, I mean, not to argue the point, but we'll say, well, they only got one hit on Manning.
Well, that's not a correct stat.
No.
What way they hit you?
I don't know exactly, but I can remember at least 3.
But overall, you were even pleased with the pass rush against the Giants.
Overall, yes, there was some plays where it wasn't what we'd like it to be, but again, like I say, that's going to happen some every game, even if you're having a game where you're getting a bunch of sacks. And you know, they only threw the ball, I think, 28 times last week, which sounds like that's a low number these days.
Does that lead into the turnovers, though, being down, or the takeaways, I should say?
To a degree it does. I mean, obviously, I think if you were to do a study, more turnovers happen on passing plays. You know, obviously the interceptions can only happen on a passing play. The sack fumble can only happen on a passing play. Receivers catching the ball, getting stripped can happen. There's more turnovers that do happen on a passing play. No question about that.
When you look at the NFC West and see how well the division's doing defensively, do you appreciate that more from the defensive point of view?
No. I wish they weren't as good as they are.
You talked about some of the different things the linemen are doing in terms of chipping or whatever. Are teams kind of trying to get the ball out quicker against you this year or two?
Yeah, that's what I had said earlier. You know, the ball's coming out pretty quick at times. Not all the time, but at times it is coming out fairly quick.